What if your best friends were your chosen family, and they were all hilariously dysfunctional? That's exactly what Happy Endings gave us when it hit screens back in 2011. A quirky group of 6 friends navigating life, love, and all the chaos in between. The show quickly became a fan favorite for its fast-paced humor, sharp one-liners, and offbeat charm. But where they went, what they're doing now, and how much have they changed? So let's rewind the clock and take a look at the Happy Endings cast, then and now. Elisha Cuthbert as Jane Williams. Back in the day, Elisha Cuthbert gave us one of TV's most hilariously uptight Type A perfectionists, Jane Williams. From her killer one-liners to that unforgettable scene where she organizes a spontaneous intervention like it's a corporate meeting, Jane was chaos in control, and we loved every second of it. Before Happy Endings premiered in 2011, Elisha was already climbing the comedy ladder. In 2017, she popped up in I Think I Love My Wife and starred in MTV's Short Circuits. But her breakout moment came with Scrubs, where she played Dr. Denise Joe Mahoney in the show's 8th season and its spin-off web series, Scrubs Interns. By 2012, she landed the lead opposite Daniel Henney in Shanghai Calling and shared the screen with Anna Faris and Chris Evans in What's Your Number? That same charm carried over when she later appeared as a no-nonsense FBI agent in Quantico, showing off her more dramatic chops. Fast forward to 2017, she was time-traveling as Tiger in Hulu's Future Man, which wrapped up in 2020. And in 2020, she was cast in Fox's comedy Pivoting, proving her comedic timing is as sharp as ever. More recently, Elisha showed up in Netflix's Murderville and CBS's So Help Me Todd, still stealing scenes like a pro. Today, she's 44 and, honestly, still effortlessly funny, flawlessly poised, and totally unforgettable. Elisha Cuthbert as Alex Kirkovich. Before she became the quirky and lovable Alex Kirkovich on Happy Endings, Elisha Cuthbert had already carved out a name for herself in Hollywood. She kicked off her big American break in 24 back in 2001, playing Kim Bauer, the daughter of Kiefer Sutherland's iconic Jack Bauer. That role didn't just put her on the map, it earned her 2 Screen Actors Guild nominations and turned her into a household name. Her success on the small screen quickly led to movie roles. She lit up the screen in comedies like Old School and made a memorable appearance in Love Actually, but it was her bold performance in The Girl Next Door in 2004 that really made waves, earning her an MTV Movie Award nomination for Best Breakthrough Performance. That same year, she leaned into horror with House of Wax, scoring 2 Teen Choice nominations and cementing her reputation as a rising scream queen. By the time Happy Endings hit the airwaves in 2011, Elisha had mastered both drama and comedy. The show ran for 3 hilarious seasons, with fans loving her offbeat timing and charm. After the show ended, she didn't slow down. She joined Netflix's The Ranch, first in a recurring role and then as a regular, and later appeared in the hit Canadian series Jan, earning a Canadian Screen Award nomination for her guest role. In 2022, she returned to the big screen in thrillers like The Cellar and Bandit. Now 42, Elisha Cuthbert continues to balance her Scream Queen legacy with strong performances in comedy and drama. Zachary Knighton as Dave Rose. Let's be honest, when it comes to laugh-out-loud awkwardness, Dave Rose brought his A-game. Remember the time he tried to open a food truck and ended up serving nostalgia with a side of chaos? Classic Dave. Before he was winning and losing hearts and Happy Endings from 2011 to 2013, Zachary Knighton had already dipped his toes in both drama and comedy. Back in 2007, he appeared alongside Sophia Bush in the horror thriller The Hitcher. Earlier still, he played Laz Lackerson in the short-lived sitcom Life on a Stick, and later popped up as Gary in the show Related. In 2009, Zach made a leap into sci-fi with a key role as in Flash Forward, but it was Happy Endings that truly made fans fall in love with his chill, lovable, sometimes clueless charm as Dave. After the series wrapped, Knighton stayed busy. In 2014, he landed a guest arc on NBC's Parenthood and took the lead in Weird Loners, a short-lived Fox sitcom. Fast forward to 2018, he jumped into the Netflix dark comedy Santa Clarita Diet, playing Paul. That same year, he took on a major role as Rick Wright in CBS's reboot of Magnum P.I., proving his versatility and staying power in the biz. Now 46, Knighton's still got that easygoing charisma, and fans are always ready to see what kind of trouble Dave stumbles into next. Casey Wilson as Penny Hearts. Back in 2011, Casey Wilson brought pure comedic gold to Happy Endings as the lovable, over-the-top Penny Hearts. Her quirky one-liners, wild dating misadventures, and that unforgettable amazing catchphrase made her a fan favorite from day one. But Casey wasn't new to the comedy scene. She had already made a splash on Saturday Night Live, where she held her own from 2008 to 2009 with bold characters and sharp sketches. After Happy Ending wrapped, Casey didn't slow down one bit. She carved out a steady path in TV comedy, starring in shows like Black Monday on Showtime, The Shrink Next Door on Apple TV+, and The Hot Wives on Hulu. She also co-created and starred in the indie comedy Ass Backwards, which premiered at Sundance in 2013. And if you blinked, you might have missed her in big films like Gone Girl, Julie and Julia, and The Meddler. On the small screen, Casey's been a scene stealer in Mrs. Fletcher, One Mississippi, and Atypical. Beyond acting, she's turned her sharp wit into podcast gold with Bitch Sesh, where she dishes on reality TV and pop culture with hilarious honesty. She's now 44 years old. Casey continues to balance acting, writing, and podcasting like a pro. With 195,000 followers on Instagram, she's still got a loyal fan base that can't get enough of her unfiltered humor and down-to-earth charm. Penny may be in the past, but Casey Wilson is still very much in the spotlight. Adam Pally as Max Blum. Adam Pally stole hearts and cracked us up as the lovable slacker Max Blum in Happy Endings. His deadpan humor and chaotic charm made Max one of the standout characters of the show. That role was Pally's big breakout, and from there he was off to the races. After Happy Endings, Pally joined the Mindy Project as Dr. Pete Prentice, bringing that same offbeat humor into the medical world. But he didn't stop at sitcom. He jumped into blockbuster territory with a supporting role in Iron Man 3, and more recently he's been the comic relief in the Sonic the Hedgehog films as Wade Whipple. He even returned in the 2024 spin-off series Knuckles. On the small screen, he's also appeared in Making History, guest starred on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and Californication, and produced The President Show. Let's not forget his earlier indie works like Assassination of a High School President and The To-Do List, where he proved he could shine even without a big-budget backdrop. Now 43 years old, Adam Pally is still riding the comedy wave strong, balancing TV, film, and behind-the-scenes roles like producing and writing. While Max Blum may have been his breakout role, it's clear Pally's career has only grown more diverse and entertaining since then. Damon Wayans Jr. as Brad Williams. Damon Wayans Jr. won hearts as the smooth-talking, hilarious Brad Williams in Happy Endings, but long before that, comedy was already running through his veins. Son of the legendary Damon Wayans Sr., he made his film debut in Blank Man back in '94 and cut his teeth writing and performing on The Underground. He truly turned heads on Def Comedy Jam, where his stand-up debut earned him a standing ovation, no easy feat. After Happy Endings, Damon didn't slow down. He starred in the cult favorite New Girl and voiced Wasabi in Disney's Big Hero 6. But more recently, he's been making big moves both in front of and behind the camera. In 2024, he teamed up with his real-life dad for Papa's House, a sitcom inspired by their own dynamic. He's also been hosting the game show Raid the Cage, keeping his comedy sharp and presence strong. Aside from acting chops, he's racked up an impressive online following too, with over 736,000 fans tracking his every joke and move on Instagram. And while the boyish charm's still there, Damon's grown into a seasoned performer, bringing depth and wit to every role. These days, he's journeying through his early 40s with style, charisma, and that signature Wayans flair, still making people laugh, and now with a little more wisdom behind the punchlines. Nick Zano as Pete. Nick Zano may have joined Happy Endings a little later than the rest of the gang, but he made quite the impression as Pete, Penny's swoon-worthy boyfriend in Season 3. His charming presence and easy chemistry with Casey Wilson added a sweet dynamic to the show's fast-paced humor. Remember that proposal scene on the boat? Yep, fans still aren't over it. But Zano's career didn't start there. Way back in 2003, he stepped into the sitcom world as Vince in What I Like About You, opposite Amanda Bynes. That role helped put him on the map, and from there he was everywhere, hosting MTV's Why Can't I Be You, playing Johnny on Two Broke Girls, and even turning up in CW's 90210 as the billionaire love interest. He also had a few brushes with the horror and comedy genres in Final Destination 4, College, and Joyride 2. In 2014, he teamed up with Ellen DeGeneres for the NBC pilot One Big Happy, and just a couple years later, he suited up for some time-traveling action in Legends of Tomorrow, where he played Nate Haywood, aka Steel, from 2016 to 2022. Fans got to see a different side of him. Less rom-com, more superhero flair. These days, Nick's enjoying life in his late 40s, still flashing that boyish grin and keeping his 339,000 Instagram followers in the loop with laid-back updates and dad jokes. Whether he's stealing hearts in sitcoms or saving timelines in spandex, Zano's charm never really went out of style. Stephen Guarino as Derek. Before he became everyone's favorite sass machine on Happy Endings, Stephen Guarino had already carved out a solid name for himself in the comedy scene. Discovered by Rosie O'Donnell, he first hit national screens as one of the standout performers in the Big Gay Sketch Show, sharing the stage with future stars like Kate McKinnon and Coleman Domingo. His sharp wit and big energy made him impossible to ignore. But it was his role as Derek, the fabulous and over-the-top BFF of Penny, that truly won hearts. His character was so beloved it crossed networks, appearing again in the NBC series Marry Me. Beyond sitcoms, Guarino delivered dramatic chops as Sully Patterson in I'm Dying Up Here from 2017 to 2018, a raw and emotionally complex series produced by Jim Carrey. He's not just a TV guy either. His performance in the indie feature Bear City earned him the Outfest Best Actor Award, and he scored a Daytime Emmy nomination for Eastsiders on Netflix. Talk about range! In recent years, he's kept busy with roles in Good Trouble in 2021, Unconventional in 2022, and Nickelodeon's The Really Loud House. These days, he's approaching the Big 5-0, but you'd never guess it with his energy and charm still shining just as bright. Megan Mullally as Dana Hartz. Megan Mullally brought her signature sass and comedic timing to Happy Endings as Dana Hartz, the quirky and lovable mother of Penny. But long before that, she stole hearts as Karen Walker in the iconic NBC sitcom Will and Grace. That role earned her 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and a permanent spot in sitcom royalty. In the mid-2000s, she hosted the Megan Mullally Show, showing off her real-life charm. Over the years, Megan popped up in a variety of TV hits like In the Motherhood, Party Down, Children's Hospital, and Parks and Rec, where she often shared hilarious screen time with her real-life husband, Nick Offerman. From lending her voice to Bob's Burgers and The Great North to her roles in films like Why Him and The Kings of Summer, Megan never stepped out of the spotlight. She even reprised her iconic Karen Walker role when Will and Grace made a comeback from 2017 to 2020. Most recently, she appeared as Dr. Jean Thibodeau in The Umbrella Academy in 2024, as Electo in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and is set to light up the screen again in The Righteous Gemstones. Now at 66, Megan Mullally continues to dazzle, making every role her own and proving that great comedic talent only gets sharper with time. James Wolk as Grant. James Wolk may have only appeared in a few episodes of Happy Endings as Grant, Max's charming love interest, but he left a memorable mark. However, that role was just a small part of a much bigger career that's taken him through drama, comedy, thrillers, and even superheroes. His breakout moment came in 2008 when he starred as Brad Cohen in Front of the Class, earning praise for his heartfelt performance. From there, he took on lead roles in pilots like Solving Charlie and Lone Star, the latter gaining critical buzz before its unfortunate early cancellation. But Wolk wasn't deterred. By 2011, he joined Shameless in a recurring role and soon after appeared on Happy Endings. In 2012, he starred in Political Animals, where he played the idealistic son of a political powerhouse. And the following year, he joined the cast of Mad Men as the enigmatic Bob Benson, a role that sparked endless online theories and even earned him a Satellite Award nomination. He showed his comedic chops in The Crazy Ones alongside Robin Williams, then took a darker turn as the lead in Zoo, a thriller series that ran for 3 seasons. He's also been seen in Billions, Goliath, Tell Me a Story, and the critically acclaimed Watchmen, where he played Senator Joe Keene Jr. In 2021, he headlined the NBC drama Ordinary Joe, exploring parallel lives and a unique twist on the what-if genre. And most recently, in 2024, he joined the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, signaling he's not slowing down anytime soon. And there you have it, the Happy Endings cast then and now. If you loved the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for more nostalgic throwbacks.